All right, cool. Yeah, to answer your question, who has access to my computer? Sometimes these kids, when I'm downstairs, because I was downstairs, sometimes these kids come up here and they touch shit.
That's a no. I know they want to be like dad when they grow up and everything like that, but tell them it's not their time yet.
Yeah, what the hell? Hold on, cause hold on. Goddamn kids, Mike.
Yeah,
Hold on.
I know a little something about it.
Somebody definitely came up in here and touching something they ain't had no business touching. Me do that. Ladies and gentlemen, it's some dude. I don't know how many episodes we at right now because I'm trying to make sure
This is
we on point
episode. This is episode 180.
with what we need to get on point with, which is making sure that I am able to record because I don't know why my volume keep coming down. Say something, Mike.
Yo, microphone check. Bang, can you hear me? Bang got some issues, y'all. I don't know.
There we go. I think we
Are we
keep
good,
talking, Mike.
Bang? Are we good, Bang?
Wait a minute.
I don't know. Bang just did first black champ.
What in the world?
He didn't have issues. I'm sure he did um summer sessions and all the other pods and stuff that he loves to do. And he can't. And when we doing some dude, we got
Yeah,
technical
hold on, Mike.
difficulties. Yeah, he told me to hold on. I don't know.
Just keep
We
talking, Mike.
we're live though. We are definitely live right now on some dude pod. Um, yeah. Shout out to the homie. Yeah, what's good, my guy? My guy. I think
Just
Bang
keep
can hear me.
talking, Mike.
Can you hear me, Bang? Bang can't hear me.
I mean, trying not to. All right.
Let me know, Bang. What we doing?
No, are we about to pod?
I can hear. No, I'm saying I know we pod, but I can hear myself now.
It's just something
Okay, I
was
can't hear myself
weird
now.
going on.
Are you good? Can you hear me right now?
All right, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
We just gonna
Can
have
you?
to. No, we gonna have to do.
He's not talking. He's not interacting with me, y'all. I don't think he can hear me.
The trusty joints gonna have to work today because then for some reason my headphone controls are going down. So hopefully my headphones work today because I was having issues. That's why I was using my AirPods. So let's do this audio headphones. Talk, Mike.
Yo,
There we go.
this is Mike B.
There we go, Mike.
This is Some Dude Pod.
There we go.
This is episode 180.
Yes, it is.
Episode 180, and I am Mike B. That is JR Bang, and we are live right now.
Yes.
We were having a little issues for the first couple minutes of the pod, and I guess we're here now.
We here.
All right, we here. I'm glad
We
to hear
here.
that. I'm glad.
Man.
I'm glad.
Because I had no clue what the world was going on and everything, but
Okay.
we here.
All right.
We're here. We're still standing. We're still strong.
Good to have you here, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Good to have you back. We've been off 2 weeks.
Yeah. No traveling, life.
It's
You know
out.
what I'm saying?
It's all good.
All that stuff.
But I'm glad you're
But we back and right on time. Let's get right to it. Mike, you good?
Yeah, I've been better. But I'm okay. Can't
Can
complain. No complaints.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Are you Micah Parsons good?
Am I
Like,
Micah Parsons good?
are you Micah Parsons, or are you just normal? Because Micah Parsons is upset.
Is he really upset?
Yeah,
Is he upset?
He hurt.
Is he? Is he hurt? Like, is
Mike,
he really upset?
He hurt.
Check this out. I'm CeeDee Lamb upset. You want to know why I'm CeeDee Lamb? I'm CeeDee Lamb upset because he's the only one that actually said he actually has a quote after the loss to the San Francisco 49ers that I actually agree with.
What was that?
And he said, we have to be consistent. We can't look like a super team one week and then look like trash the next week. There's no consistency. So that's the one quote that I agree with. Micah Parsons, I have words for him on this pod, but we're gonna get to that shortly. Like, what's up, Bang? You good, bro? Are you straight? You good?
Man, it's life. You know what I'm saying?
Wellness check. Let me get a wellness check on my friend. Are you good, man? You straight?
Oh hell no, I'm not straight. I'm shit.
All right, well you ain't got to get into.
We ain't got. We ain't gonna get into.
But on a scale of 1 to 10, where you at right now?
Oh, I'm negative, nigga. I'm negative. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not.
Well, we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this to get your mind.
So wait a minute. So it's not funny. It's not funny. I just want to be clear. I don't want y'all to think that I'm taking this as a joke, right? But in one of my family group chats, they sent a message. I think it was my cousin-in-law who said, "No, it was Otis." Cousin Otis sent us a message, mental health check-in, and it's hearts. A red heart means I'm full of love and I'm doing amazing. The orange heart is I feel pretty good. Yellow is I'm functioning, but I feel anxious and worried. Green, I feel lost or broken inside. Blue means I'm happy and great. Black means could be better, could be worse, but I'm okay. Pink is I'm having a hard time and I wouldn't mind having someone to talk to. And purple is I'm in a really dark place and I need somebody to talk to. I am purple, Mike. I realized I am purple quite some time. It has been a lot. Adjustment to this job, family life, and all of that stuff. Like, well, we're good, but when you have 3 kids and a wife you got to take care of, you know what I'm saying? Shit gets a little bit stressful, you know what I'm saying? There's a couple other things that's been going on this year, but but I looked at that and I put purple and everybody's like, yo, shit, you okay? I'm like, But one good thing came out of this week is I went to the doctor. Well, last week, I went to the doctor, and my bladder is good now.
Okay, all right. Round of applause for that.
For those of y'all that don't remember the show, I explained how they put the little tube in my thing. Put the tube in the urethra and went all the way down in through it to get to my bladder. And I saw it was bleeding in my bladder.
Yeah.
There ain't no more blood in my piss, Mike.
That's good to know right there, Bang. That is very good to know.
Good to know.
That's good to know. Round of applause.
Mike don't give a fuck about this shit.
I do care, Bang. Cheers to that, buddy. Here's an Arizona half and half. Cheers to you for that.
Michael, how you go talking about this blood in your urine shit?
I mean,
that's Mike.
Wait. Hold on. I'm not necessarily. I'm comfortable talking about it with you. It's just I'm squeamish. I'm a squeamish guy. You know what I'm saying? So when I hear things like that, I kind of just like
nigga.
Nigga.
So, when I paid $50 for him to tell me that shit. It's like, it was a $50 copay for these niggas. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, nothing in urine. Just urine. I was like, oh, that's it? He's like, oh, yeah. All right, have a nice day. Like, I paid $50 for this shit. Can I get it back? Yeah.
No deductible on this.
Like,
But it's good to know that, you know,
Yeah.
that has cleared up.
Yeah.
So in that sense, I do care.
and part of the purple is just that. It's like shit. You know, you find out, hey, you know, I'm 41. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I had a couple of deaths in the family this year.
Yeah.
You know, talked about my grandfather who died in 2020, you know, during the pandemic. And a couple other things, and you know, a lot of things will catch up. Like it starts to catch up. Some stuff that, you know, stuff that you ain't know, and then you got like the health stuff. You know, so that was like a shining light. That's like, all right, cool. Like, cause Mike, you got to realize, fam, and maybe I am saying too much on this episode in the beginning. I'm kicking it off with the wild shit, but you got to understand, fam. I've been looking at my piss since they was like, yo, you got blood in your bladder, like your bladder bleeding. I be looking at my piss like, man, I wonder if there's some blood in that motherfucker.
So when you taking a little, you know what I'm saying, number one, you give it an extra glance, huh? Like,
look at it like
you using your magnifying glass eye
yeah.
to try to see, like,
Because you couldn't see the shit, Mike. You couldn't see the shit. When they told me, I was like, oh, thank you, but what the fuck?
Yeah.
So like
yeah,
you be pissing.
So ever since then, your anxiety is up when you
nigga
piss, huh?
Yes, then my nigga. I had anxiety going to use the bathroom.
Understood. Nigga. Understandable.
He's just looking like, man. Yeah. You stay in the bathroom a little bit longer.
They got that. That's the anxiety that you have. No, so I heard. This never happened to me. When you had sex, unprotected sex.
Oh, you never been burnt?
Never been burnt.
I've never been burnt either, but
I mean, I would assume that, you know, people that have unprotected sex with women and you take a piss afterwards, you kind of like, it's kind of like, oh, you hold your breath.
Man, Mike. Yeah, I'm glad that's not on my record. But I won't talk about it on this podcast because I have to apologize to a whole community.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't want that in your life, fam. That was the outside of this shit. That was the most nervous I felt about piss. Hey, man, this bitch said she got what? Man, I mean, I don't want to burn when I pee. I don't want to do that. I went straight to the motherfucking clinic, man. She told me that shit. They was like, oh, no, you good. But the doctor, see, the messed up thing, though, Mike, was the nurses was finding that bitch.
Right.
And I was single at the time. I was just fucking.
Okay.
And my mom apparently told them about me and how she got a handsome son and all of that shit. And I go to her doctor's office. And, oh, you Mrs. Davis' son. Oh, she tells us all about you. Yeah, the nurses is fine. Hey, oh, yeah. Hey. So what you here for?
It's a possibility. It's a possibility I got burnt.
This bitch says she got gonorrhea.
Don't judge me, though.
Don't judge me. The bitches looked at me like,
ew.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Ew. I can't believe you even coming up in here thinking that. Man, they was fine, too. They put they shit. That killed all that shit. Yeah. I never went back in that bitch. Like, damn. But back to the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah. We're gonna move on. Let's move on. But before we go to the Dallas Cowboys, I'm hoping for eventually for you to have a red heart, Bang. You know, the red is good, correct?
Let me check this motherfucker again. Red is, yeah, I'm full of love and doing amazing.
I wish everybody would just wish red hearts for Bang in the near future. All right. Some do pod. Yes, football has ended for the week 5. For week 5. Yeah. Dallas Cowboys. We can get to the Dallas Cowboys first. It took an L to the San Francisco 49ers on Sunday Night Football. This was pretty much one of the games that was checkmarked on the schedule as the actual real first test for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, we said on the last pod we did. I put the clip up for the show. Like
yeah,
this,
we could delete that clip. This is not a rivalry, but I'll get to that in a second.
I mean, it was even.
Let's I'll get to that in a second.
It's like 19-1.
Yeah, I get to that in a second. Yeah, this was check marked on the schedule as the Cowboys' first real test. We went into this game 3-1. The 49ers went in 4-0, and the Dallas Cowboys got belt put to ass.
Yeah.
42-10 on primetime. And yeah, I'm not upset that the Cowboys lost, but I'm definitely upset in the fashion that we lost because I kind of expected it to be somewhat of a more competitive game, something that would probably come down to the last couple possessions in the fourth quarter. Nothing of that nature, you know what I'm saying, coming into this, because when you look at both of these teams, high-powered defenses, and you look at the Cowboys with all the offensive weapons they have, and the 49ers as well. Brock Purdy has been playing pretty good. He's undefeated as a starter for the 49ers. You got Christian McCaffrey, who's a walking touchdown. And Brandon Ayuk has emerged as a wide receiver 1. So you can see like the high-power offenses and high-power defenses on both sides of the ball. So you go into this game thinking we're going to get like somewhat of a, of a shootout, but it didn't. It was only on one side of the ball, and it was upsetting to see that. So after that football game, I have thoughts. I have concerns and about the Dallas Cowboys. The 49ers are clearly the Super Bowl favorite. If they didn't prove it before that, they have emerged as the Super Bowl favorites. And the Dallas Cowboys have moved down to possibly, can this team make the playoffs?
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
Whoa.
Hey, look, let me explain. Dak Prescott went into that game. I'm hoping the next week is going to be the real test. Next week will be the real test.
I got to stop you there, Mike.
Nah, hold on. Let me speak.
You said playoffs?
Can we possibly make the playoffs, man?
Yeah, y'all make it.
I want to know. Wait, hold on. Let me explain. Let me give it to you from a person who actually knows this franchise, knows this team, and know how losses.
This nigga got a purple heart.
I got a purple heart when it comes to this football team. When it comes to this football team, I have a purple heart. But going into this, looking at this, bro, that loss is one of those losses that can send your team on a downward spiral, bro.
Mike.
So next week on Monday Night Football will be the real test for the Dallas Cowboys. How do you bounce back? That next week against the Chargers will tell me everything that we need to know about this football team.
They're going to beat the Chargers' ass, G.
All right, we're going to see. We're going to see, man. Look, listen to me, man.
I can't believe I'm being this guy.
I'm trying to tell you.
I'm the guy that's talking you off the ledge. Mike, y'all lost to the best team in the NFL.
Yeah.
Take solace in that. Now, I'm gonna tell you what I told Scott and them on I'm Not Gonna Hold You. Shouts out to Barbershop Digital. I think the San Francisco 49ers is just that better. They're that better than the Dallas Cowboys.
So let me ask you a question, Barry. Are they 42 to 10 better?
Yes.
So
here's what I watched the game, Mike. When I was watching the game, I saw a Dallas Cowboys team that was trying hard. And I saw a San Francisco 49ers team that was not, because they didn't have to.
Yeah.
Now, could that be because the Dallas Cowboys went against what you could say, quote unquote, inferior competition? No. I just think that team is that better. When they put the spotlight on Trent Williams versus Micah Parsons, Micah Parsons is trying his ass off. Williams was blocking him with ease. And it just looks so easy for Buddy. Debo and them, it just looks so easy. Brock Purdy, I can't believe I'm saying this. It just looked so easy. And the Dallas Cowboys was trying so hard to play against this team that honestly is better than them. And that's all. It's like going to the gym. It's like going to Export and Downers Grove, right? And there's you and a couple of your homies. And y'all going up against NBA players. You playing your heart out. They ain't. They got 11. You got 1. It's game. That's it. And I also believe in here's what I would say to you, Mike. San Francisco is good now. Or they're great now. But we know it's the NFL. It's not about how great you are in the first quarter of the season. It's about that back half. And I'm not saying that they can't sustain it, but I look to see improvement on some levels with the Dallas Cowboys. It's just that there's some teams that you just can't beat. And right now, the way that they're constructed, I don't think that the Dallas Cowboys can beat the 49ers. But before you go on, I'm going to tell you why. For those who might not have saw, I ain't going to hold you. The one thing that I would say about your team is the only dog on that team, in my opinion, is Micah Parsons. And he can't be that. When I hate hearing people say, like, Micah Parsons can't be MVP. I hate that shit. Because to me, the MVP is the best player in the league, and every year ain't the quarterback the best player in the league. They're most important, but MVP in NFL is the best player in the league. And I think Micah Parsons is top 5 best player in the league. So I hate when people shit on his chances at MVP. Lawrence Taylor is an NFL MVP, ladies and gentlemen. Like, stop with the bullshit with the quarterback running everything. I hate that shit. But here's the thing. He's the only dog. You don't have no dog on the offensive side. That's y'all issue. You don't have nobody on the offensive side that you basically like gonna hear, put it on my back, we going. Dak's not that. Tony Pollard's not that. CeeDee Lamb's not that. Brandon Cooks is not that. Michael Gallup is not that. Nobody on that offensive line is that. You have no dogs on the offensive side that's like, yo, we down, let's go. You got one dog, and that's Micah Parsons. And he found out that, hey, I might be a dog, but Trent Williams is that dude. And that's what he ran up against. But there was nobody on the offensive side that was going to be able to pull everybody by their straps. They was not going to get the team together on the sidelines like, look, this is what we need. Y'all issue is that y'all ain't got a Michael Irvin on the team that's going to be like, look, let's get this shit. Y'all ain't got no Emmitt Smith on the team that's like, yo, let's go get this shit. Y'all ain't got, and I'm not talking about talent. With everything I'm saying about these names, I'm not talking about how talented they were, because every last player that I named from the Dallas Cowboys, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, Jay Novacek, Moose Johnston, Eric Williams, Larry Allen. Like, all of those dudes was dogs. That's like, yo, put it behind me. Larry Allen, run it behind me. I'm going to get you to that first down. Hey, Michael Irvin, get me the ball. I'm going to get this first down. Y'all don't have no dogs. And y'all ran into a whole goddamn kennel when y'all went against San Francisco on Sunday night. Because McCaffrey is a dog. Debo is a dog. You know what I'm saying? Ayuk is a dog. That defense, dogs. And they talented. Yeah. And that's what y'all missing.
Yeah. I agree with everything you're saying, man. I agree with everything you are saying. And I agree. Yes, we need dogs. We need somebody on the offensive side of the ball to just take control. And that can't be anybody but Dak Prescott, bro. Because the play starts with him, fam. And I just didn't see much effort like from Dak. And I didn't see much effort from the play calling. It's just everything is in question right now, bro. It's like, and also on the defensive side of the ball, in the first couple quarters of the first quarter of the game, bro, 2 drives got extended because of penalties on third down. That's like, it ain't even a dog there, bro. We just have to execute better. We have to execute the shit that's, gonna get us the football back. And that right there, doing shit like that. And on both of those drives, both touchdowns were scored on those drives where penalties were thrown on third downs and the drives was extended. It's just on the offensive side of the ball, bro, Dak looked bad. The run game looked bad. Everything was just bad. And the 49ers just looked like the defensive front four. Brock Purdy was back there and he was protected. They didn't even sniff this nigga.
And that's
he was too comfortable back there, bro. I ain't saying Brock Purdy ain't a good quarterback, but yo, I feel like if you send some pressure, get some pressure on him, we can rattle him. He was protected the whole night. Like, what we doing? It just looked bad, and that goes to my point where those are the things that needs to be corrected. And going into Monday Night Football against the Chargers, that's going to tell me, that game will tell me everything I need to know about this team. Can we bounce back? If you don't, I honestly can say, if we go into Monday Night Football and lose against the Chargers, there's a good chance this team don't even make the playoffs, because at this point, your spirits is broke. Your spirit is going to be broke, G. You come off an embarrassing loss on Sunday Night Football, and then you go into Monday Night Football against a poorly coached team, and you can't beat them?
And that's the thing. I don't think that that's going to be an issue for you. I think it's a bounce back. And I think that Micah Parsons is like, look, nah, G.
It gotta be a bounce back game. And Micah Parsons, let me get to Micah Parsons real quick. I love Micah Parsons as a football player, bro. And I feel like he's gaining notoriety in the NFL. He's becoming a superstar in the NFL. But I'm not a fan of the podcasting through the middle of the week. I know he has a podcast. Everybody know that he has a podcast with Bleacher Report. There's a podcast through Bleacher Report. And, he goes on there, gives his thoughts after the game and all of this shit like that. And he talks this shit. And I have issues with this. Okay? I have issues. So first you said the quote in the post-game interview where you said, I don't feel like they're much of a better team than us. I feel like we're on the same caliber as them, of the playoff team. You're lying to yourself, because you just got whooped 42-10 on national television. There's no way you're the same caliber team as the 49ers. Then you get on the podcast, and then the podcasting, the shit talking in between the week, G, it has to stop. Because I could go back and I could get a quote from the podcast he did when they against the game before they played against the Arizona Cardinals, where he was talking shit about Josh Dobbs and how he was going, make him a bullseye on the target board or whatever like that. And they went into Arizona and got whooped. Then Josh Dobbs made a fucking TikTok about it. Took the clip that Micah Parsons made and made a whole TikTok about this man. All right. That's a problem. Another problem I have with him on this podcast, he's throwing shots at Tyreek Hill. And they play the Dolphins on Christmas, the day before Christmas. Why are we even discussing this football game? And that game is 2 months away. Why is this? It's a distraction, G. I feel like there's too much too many distractions, bro. In between the week. Shut the fuck up and let's play football, bro. That's my opinion on it. Stay off the podcast and get in the film room, bro.
But he's not the person you need to. Micah Parsons is not the person you need to worry about, Mike.
He ain't the only one. Everybody be talking. Look, I follow the Cowboys social media page. I see the shit talking after the wins that we've got against the Giants, the Patriots. You know, it's just like the bark is too big for a team that hasn't done shit or beat anybody yet. I understand the confidence level is up. But we got to stay at a humble space, G. You know what I'm saying? I don't see the humbleness after the victories that we do get.
You see it now?
I don't know if I see it. We going to see. I don't know. I don't see the humbleness. Michael Parsons goes out there and he plays great, bro. But you're a reflection of your team. When you get on the microphone and you say certain shit, G, you are representing the Dallas Cowboys, bro.
Man, I'm letting Mike on the ISO. Mike, go ahead and get it. You on that ISO? Go get your.
I can't tolerate it, bro. And he's gonna continue to do it. He's gonna continue to do his podcast because Bleacher Report pays him. But I think we need to use the time on the microphone for other purposes than to talk shit to other teams before the week starts and talk shit about the team that just beat you. George Kittle has every right to wear that shirt he wore, bro. Every right. Then you go get on the podcast and say, oh yeah, you gonna laugh now, cry later. Really, bro? After you just got whipped 42-10? I don't think so, bro. There's a good possibility that you might not even see them in the playoffs, let alone make the playoffs. So what are we doing?
I will say this, Mike. That's the only thing I got. That's the only thing I got mad at Micah Parsons about is he was like, "Oh, now this is personal."
It's personal.
It wasn't. Never. They knocked y'all out the playoffs last year.
They knocked y'all out the playoffs 2 years in a row.
And I think Debo's response was the greatest.
Yeah.
Like it was already personal. And we beat y'all 42-10. Like that should be personal. Like that should be personal.
Now it's personal because
not a shirt.
Now it's personal because he wore a shirt.
And Mike. This is when I agree with people when they say people be too friendly because there's like changing jerseys in the middle of the field type shit. Look, I'm 41, so I guess I come from the old school. Oh my God, I come from the old school. Mike, I am old enough to remember never seeing a nigga change jerseys in front of the cameras. Yeah. But the I guess you could say the AAU aspect of sports has gotten into football.
Sure.
But if it's telling, if Micah Parsons is now saying that it's personal, when you just got your ass whooped 42-10. It should have been personal as soon as it was 21-10. It should have been personal as soon as you had to pass the controllers, Micah. So for you to look at that shirt and have an issue about that shirt and say, oh, now it's personal. Laugh now, cry later. Tells me a lot about your mindset coming into that game.
And it tells me about your mindset going into the next week, which your opponent is the Chargers.
Well, no, I'm going to stick with the 49ers. I'm not going to jump on the Chargers thing yet because Brandon Staley will fuck you out of a game. He will fuck himself out of
That's
game.
what I said. This is going to tell me everything I need to know about this Cowboys team. If you can't beat that poorly coached team, we have an issue.
He will. Yeah,
and I like Brandon Staley, G, but as a head coach, man,
nah,
he's
nigga,
made some questionable decisions.
Very questionable decisions. But it makes me believe that and this is not Mike McCarthy's fault. Let me just say this. What I'm about to say has nothing to do with Mike McCarthy. And it has everything to do, and I mean everything to do with the players. Because Dak, I will say for Dak. I will shoot Dak Bell. And you want to know why I'm going to shoot Dak some Bell, Mike? because Dak came into the game. Dak came into the game knowing that this team knocked him out the playoffs. Dak knows that this team has been the bane of his existence since he's been an NFL quarterback. And Dak knew that he needed this game.
Yeah.
Personally and professionally. Mm-hmm. I don't think the rest of the team knew that. I think Dak came in. Dak was the only person that came in that felt any kind of pressure or a sense of urgency. Mm-hmm. Now, did he play like it? Hey, man, they got in his ass, man. So It is what it is. But based off of hearing Dak for the buildup of the game, Dak knew how important this game was. I don't think the other players knew how important this game was, especially Micah Parsons. And the only reason why I could say that is because of what he said in his podcast. And that's why you got to be careful. We're going to be talking about shit that you say on your podcast a little bit later, but that's why if you are people like Micah Parsons who do have a podcast, you really got to be careful of what you say, when you say it, how you say it. Why? Because he came off in that podcast after the game like he was not prepared to go up against the San Francisco 49ers mentally. Mm-hmm. We said on our last podcast about how that was restoring the feeling of the 90s.
Yeah.
To have those two teams, those two legacy franchises going head to head. That's why I don't believe in rivalry games no more, except if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. And I can say that even though they fucked me out of $617. But that's my thing about these players now in the NFL. The only rivalry in my eyes, the only true rivalry in the NFL is the Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mm-hmm. Because of what Roquan Smith said. And he meant it. Because that saying don't start from him. You're not a Raven until you beat the Steelers. Mm-hmm. He didn't beat the Steelers.
And
so he feels like he's still not a Raven.
And he didn't beat the Steelers because the Steelers was the better team that day.
It was, man, we ain't even gotta talk about that.
The Ravens was fucking horrible, bro.
They fucked themselves out of some pussy.
I ain't never seen so many drop passes in an NFL game in my life, but proceed, man.
Oh my God. That
yeah. We ain't gonna get into that,
but yeah. But in my eyes, fam, I look at this just like in high school. I look at this like in college. There's some games that you just got extra oomph in you. And I don't think the Dallas Cowboys had that extra oomph in them. They didn't have that, oh man, it's Sunday night. It's Dallas, San Francisco. Ooh, man, they beat us last year. Oh no, it's lit. I don't think they had that. You know who had that though? San Francisco 49ers. They knew that they had to make a statement. Yeah, we've been beating all these other teams, and that's cool. But we going up against the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday night. America's team. The world is watching. It's millions and millions of people watching this game. Yo, let's put our foot in their ass and don't take it out until the game is over. Mm-hmm. And that's what the San Francisco 49ers did. And that's what the Dallas Cowboys did not do, because I don't think they came into the game with the same mentality. That's the issue, Mike. Mm-hmm. I don't believe that's Mike McCarthy's fault. I think that's the players' fault. But if you want to blame Mike McCarthy, you could blame him because he's the head coach. But that was supposed to happen, fam. And I didn't feel like that when I was watching that game. It felt like the Dallas Cowboys thought that there was another game. And Micah Parsons proved that to me, because George Kittle, coming off of 3 touchdown performance.
3.
Raise up his shirt. Expletive Dallas. He sees it. And he like, oh, why my friend want to do that? I thought we was cool. Now it's personal. Laugh not, cry later. No, George Kittle basically told you, fuck you and the horse you rode in, because we're about to whoop y'all ass. Mm-hmm. And they did. So hopefully, Micah Parsons used this to his advantage, and he balls the fuck out for the rest of the year. That's it. I want to see Micah Parsons turn into a monster now.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see Micah Parsons turn into Lawrence Taylor on cocaine. That's how y'all gonna play me? Watch for the rest of the year. I want to see Micah Parsons. That's what I need from him. I need for him to break the single season sack record before that extra game to let people know that it's real. I want Micah Parsons to show people why I believe he is an MVP candidate.
Yeah.
But the way he came off on that podcast, fam, is, man, why my friends acting like that? I thought we was cool. We traded jerseys at the end of the game. Fam, when in them 60 minutes, I don't like you. Fuck you.
Yeah.
61, hey, man.
Good game.
Good game. Honestly, to me, actually, I need to have on my street clothes, fam, in the shower.
Before me and you dap it up.
Before me and you dap it up, man. I'll meet you.
Meet me in the hallway, bro.
Meet you in the hallway.
Yeah.
I'm Michael Jordan. I'm Michael Jordan and Larry Bird, you bitch.
Yeah.
Shit, what's going on, nigga? Like, nah, but when that game on game day is fuck you. And I hope Micah Parsons for the rest of the year act like Lawrence Taylor on cocaine.
Yeah.
And we all saw what happened with that. Let's get to my Bears real quick. I'm happy, man. It's 40-20. Bear down, hope. Bear down, bear down, bear down.
Hey, I'm happy for y'all, man. I'm happy.
I'm not gonna act all bougie and shit because we won good game.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not gonna act like we turned the corner and shit, you know what I'm saying, and all of that stuff. What I will say is Justin been balling out for these last two games. Even though he had that interception, that's Cole Kmet's fault. He know that was his fault. But even though he had and that fumble, that's Justin's fault because Justin should have just dropped to the ground. Apparently, he's not coached to do that. That shit's done. Like, oh shit, he coming? Drop my motherfucking ass to the ground. Yeah. But with that being said, we do got a winnable schedule that's coming up. So I'm very interested to see what's gonna happen. Also, it makes it even more interesting. It makes it even more interesting because Justin Jefferson's not going to be playing. He's on IR for the Minnesota Vikings. So, you got Jordan Addison, who I do like, KJ Osborne. This running back situation, who knows?
They have a real situation at running back, but they also got Hockenson.
Man, so they got players, fam. But it's going to be interesting to see if we win this game right now. We win that Minnesota Vikings game. Then I will think about things a little bit differently. I will start to get a little bit excited, Mike.
Okay.
But
Keep
not
balling.
until
Keep balling. Justin is my fantasy quarterback.
He's mine too.
In all three of my leagues that I'm in, I got Justin.
Oh, not all of them. Not all of them.
Every single one.
He's in one.
Yeah.
No, he's in one of them. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, we'll see what happens, man. Shouts out to the Bears. Shouts out to Justin. One of the league leaders. One of the league leaders in touchdowns.
Talk that shit. Who would have thought? Justin Fields lead the NFL in touchdown passes.
You goddamn right. Would have thought that motherfucker shit.
Who would have thought?
And what he got 11. So we got 18 more before he break the record. That's a goddamn shame, fam. That no Bears quarterback has thrown over 4,000 yards and over 30 touchdowns in a single season.
Is Justin on pace to do both?
Yeah.
For the 4,000? 4,000 for 4,000?
He's on pace to do both. Will he get there? I don't know. But the Bear, what irritates me about the Bears, though, what irritates me about these motherfuckers is that last year you saw that you had a high-powered offense. You were just going up against teams that was better. All we need is a little bit more on defense. I'm not mad at the Jalen Carter thing. Got to see Darnell Wright beat the shit out of people on Thursday. But, man, they should have just turned this boy loose, but he also needed some time. Justin is one of those players that he can't start cold. You got to get him some ticks. So the preseason is important to him. Like, nigga, even Pat Mahomes playing the preseason, nigga. And that's why when he comes out, like, he be on fire, nigga. Time, like, motherfucker playing the preseason, my G. Get your rocks off.
We're not getting the kinks out the first game of the season.
And that's what I'm afraid of. What I'm afraid of, and that's why I'm curbing my enthusiasm real quick. What I'm afraid of is that the first 3 games of the Chicago Bears was their preseason. That's what I'm afraid of. that was their preseason. Because you lose against the Green Bay Packers. Let's start having real talk here, Mike. Jordan Love looked like shit last night.
Oh yeah, he looked bad.
He has not looked good since the Bears game.
Okay.
Now, looking at our defense, you understand why he's looked good, because our defense sucks.
Okay.
But just the same, preseason reps. But Jordan Love has not looked good since that, looked as good as he did since that first game of the year. Packers beat us. Buccaneers, 27-17. I give you that.
Close game. Could have been one, but
could have been one, based off of what we're looking at right now with the Bears. But I'll give you that. The Chiefs, whatever. Y'all got that.
Okay.
We should have won the Broncos game.
Absolutely.
Then you got this game right here. The Bears could very easily be 3-3.
3-1.
No, 3-3.
3-3. We haven't played 6 games.
Excuse me, 3-2.
3-2.
Because that Packers game, even though they got their ass whooped, when you look at Jordan Love, if motherfuckers would have did what they were supposed to do, we wouldn't be like that. But let's go 2-3, Mike. Bears should be 2-3 right now. The Vikings is a winnable game. The Raiders is a winnable game. The Chargers game will be a shootout. The Saints got a nice defense, but a winnable game. The Panthers it's a winnable game. The Lions, I'm not for sure. I am going to now.
You don't know about you still don't know about the Lions yet? Still not sure?
I'm gonna concede and say these motherfuckers is good. What if Dan Campbell was on the Cowboys, if he was their head coach, that team would be a lot more tougher than what they are. Dan Campbell look like he'll fight anybody that say Lions suck.
Every NFL team, no, any franchise, no matter what sport you play, needs a coach like Dan Campbell.
Dan Campbell looked like he go to bars just to start shit. Mm-hmm. And then be like, and then go to the game and they like, yo, coach, why'd you bleeding?
Hey,
I fight for you.
You know which football team I coach? What? You don't know my team? Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
What?
Just still off niggas because they don't know the line. That's him. They go against the Vikings again, then the Lions. Whatever. But let's look at the back half of this, Mike. So you can understand why I'm just sitting here like, you know what? I'm not gonna do it. The Browns, the Cardinals, the Falcons, and the Packers.
Got a lot of winnable games there, man.
Nigga, the rest of the season, outside of the Lions and the Chargers, are very winnable games.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
What I'm telling you is look what happened with the Lions last year.
Yeah.
The motherfuckers was like 1-7.
Yeah.
And just was like, fuck it. Win. If the Bears got one win right now, I'll say this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I said the Bears could win between 7 and 9 games. And I also said that the Bears-Packers game, that last game of the year, would be I said it was gonna be the winner wins the division. So that's not gonna happen because the Lions is lying and out here. Nigga. But there's a chance that the Bears could still win my prediction of at least 7 games.
Okay.
But if they get lucky, and some of it is not even luck, my G, because the Vikings is a very winnable game, and it's at home, so they should win that game without their best player being on the field and Kirk Cousins being Kirk Cousins. The Raiders come to Chicago, my nigga. So that should be a 2-game winning streak right there. We should have 3 wins right now. We got to go to Chargers. The Bears travel well. That stadium is going to sound like Chicago West, my nigga. I don't think they win that game, but that stadium is going to sound like it's going to be a home game in LA. I think the Saints are a winnable game, but let's just say, for instance, they lose those two. We stuck at 3. The Panthers, that's win 4. We lose against the Lions. Vikings in Minnesota, 3-game losing streak because you got the Lions. Well, so we still at what? 1, 2, 3 wins. The Bears should beat the Browns. That's 4. The Cardinals 5. The Falcons 6. If the Bears come out of this season 7 wins, this is what people expected. And it sets you up for next year. And then the question around, Justin Fields goes away. And there's no guarantee that the Panthers is going to have the number 1 pick in the draft. Honestly, I can tell you right now, I think the number 1 pick in the draft is going to be the New York Giants.
Okay. Interesting.
I think Caleb Williams, the script is in, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, my God.
I mean, the script is in, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
Let me tell you this now. With the number 1 pick in the 2024 NFL draft, the New York Giants select Caleb Williams, quarterback, University of Southern California. I think the script is in, my G. Daniel Jones is the most expensive bridge quarterback there is. They could get up underneath that shit real quick. Caleb Williams is going to be the quarterback of the Giants, and I think he would want to be in the number 1 market in America.
Wait, you had said the Jets. You meant the Giants.
The Giants, excuse me.
Yeah.
And I think he would want to be there. I think that the Bears might have pick 2 or pick 3. And if I had to pick Drake May or Justin Fields, I'm picking Justin Fields. Even though I love Drake May as a prospect, I'm picking Justin Fields. So I think the Bears are either going to draft Olu, I can't pronounce his last name, the left tackle from Penn State, or they're going to draft Marvin Harrison Jr. Now, you pair Marvin Harrison Jr. with Justin Fields.
Along with DJ?
Along with DJ. Oh, my God.
It's nasty right there.
It's nasty. And then you lose that later pick on the defensive prospect. Oh, my God. Oh. And we still got bread to spend. Oh. Okay. All right. That's what I think we're going to worry about. But the script is in, man. The Giants is drafting Caleb Williams.
Okay.
So we ain't even got to worry about that, y'all, because the Giants is going to be terrible.
Then what do you do? What do you do with all that money that you giving to Daniel Jones? Cut him?
Oh, yeah.
Or what?
Oh, yeah, that's a wrap.
You cut Daniel Jones?
Yeah. Yeah, you trade him away. It's a wrap.
Okay.
It's like 20, I think it's like 40. I mean, 20 million they have to do that with?
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay.
Get the fuck up out of here. We got Caleb. I'm happy. Go, Caleb, go.
Because Danny Dimes is not earning his paycheck right now.
Hell no. And is he hurt? Because I know
it's at somebody's neck or something.
Yeah, so, yeah, the fix is in, G. The fix is in.
Oh, excuse me.
So, yeah. Giants fans, hey.
Got something to look forward to.
Y'all got something to look forward to, man. Y'all feel like us. All right, man, let's go ahead and get to this music, G. Drake released his album. What's the name of it?
For All the Dogs.
For All the Dogs. You put your opinion out. But before we talk about the album, I am upset with people on social media trying to determine when you like an album.
Bro, you know how they get around this time.
Yeah, but I ain't never addressed it in the way that I'm about to address it today.
You know how everybody get around this time, bro. When you get a major release like this from an artist of that caliber and you give your opinion on it, You know how niggas get, bro.
Mike.
You would have thought that in 2023 would have changed by now with letting people have their own opinion about music or anything in general. But you know, baby, long as we own that blue app, long as we own that picture app, long as we got Twitter, niggas they go try you, bro, in your opinion, G, every time. But go ahead, man.
If I don't like an album, I'm not even gonna advertise the shirt, but what you listen to don't make me bop. All right, baby, boom, get shirt.
Available in the Some Dude Pod store right now.
Yep. If I don't like an album, fam, I don't like that motherfucker. And it's getting to the point, fam, that look, I'm a ISO here, Mike. I'm a ISO here.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Stop generalizing people about what they like on your Facebook page, on your Twitter timeline, on your Instagram, and just call them out. That's the problem with y'all on social media. Y'all scared to call out y'all friends. If your friends said they hate the Drake album, and then 2 months later they got Drake as a caption, just tag him and call him out.
Okay.
I thought you hate the album. Do that. Stop generalizing, though, because that's your Facebook fans list. That's your Facebook friends list, y'all. That sucks. That's your Facebook friends list that's talking about, oh, man, I hate this album, and then 2 months later they love it.
Yeah.
That's not anybody else outside of it because you don't see that. Unless you're searching people's pages that's not your Facebook friend. So when y'all get on Facebook and y'all talk about how everybody on Facebook is doing X, Y, and Z, it's not everybody on Facebook. Because you don't know that nigga in Idaho that say, I hate the Drake album. Oh, no. That's your friends list. And all you're doing is telling your friends list is that they suck and they don't know what they're talking about. So call them out. If I say I hate the Drake album and then 2 months later I'm doing the bank can't bounce to one of his songs, call me out. Call me out, Mike. But don't get mad because your Facebook friends list or your social media list sucks. And they're always doing X, Y, and Z. Call them out, man. Call them out. But y'all not going to do that because y'all too scared. Y'all not going to call out your Facebook friends or your Instagram friend or your Twitter friend that said they hated the Drake album, but then 2 months later they doing the jig to it. Yeah. No, you ain't going to do it. Why? Because you too scared to. Stop being a bitch and call out your Facebook friends list for being Drake haters, but then 2 months later saying they love it. Call them out. Hey, bro, you said this 2 months ago. Have that conversation then. Yeah. Don't get on here and try to go on your little soliloquy about how we finicky or anything else. Yeah. Or you want to sound thoughtful because you want to tell people, you know, how they should consume music. With that being said, I did not like the album the first 2 times I listened to it. Okay. And I ain't going to listen to it again. And ladies and gentlemen, that's how I consume music. You are very rarely going to see me go back into some shit and be like, you know what? I missed this bar. I love it. No. I listened to the album and I thought it was terrible. And I thought that Drake misfired by putting J. Cole on the damn song. Oh, that was a misfire. And I'm not a J. Cole like stan like some of y'all lie. I enjoy some of his music. But he's not somebody I'm just going to jump to. Right? I fuck with Cole, but I'm not about to be like Cole, the greatest of all time, like y'all niggas is doing. But I tell you this, though. Cole letting everybody in that era know. Nigga, I got it. And when I heard the Lil Yachty song.
Yeah.
With Cole on there. I said, oh my God. I was in a hotel in Atlanta, Mike, like, the fuck Cole doing? I was so mad Lil Yachty was on that song. Like, let me say this. Let me say this. I was very upset that that Lil Yachty was on that song with J. Cole. I was even more upset that he had the first verse, and I had
because you gotta wait.
I gotta sit through this shit to listen to Cole.
Oh my
Cole,
God.
you ain't shit. All right.
Oh my God.
But then I heard it and I said, God damn, Cole is on a whole nother level right now. He is in a zone. That nigga is Michael Jordan, 30, 35 points in the first half right now. That's where Cole is at right now.
Okay.
Side note, if any of y'all disagree, and that's cool, please don't come under here talking about how, hey, Bang, you tripping. Cole verse wasn't that cold. Y'all on his nuts. Nigga, I like the verse. I don't give a fuck about nobody else. I like it. All right? The
Hold
end.
on, keep talking, Bang. My wife calling me. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. I mean, as long as you good. But the issue that I had with folks about the Drake shit is that if a person don't like the album, they don't like it. I don't have to listen to music in the car, in the office, taking a walk, going to school, beating my meat, having sex, wiping my ass. Just to be like, yo, this album is great. They don't have to do that at all. But that's what we doing right now when y'all do what y'all do on social media, talking about what we should be doing on this album.
Yeah.
If I don't like the album, Mike, I don't like the album. And I didn't like the album. And here's the reason why I didn't like the album. I think Drake has been getting lazier and lazier. And for the last 3 albums, I said, buddy ass starting to get lazy. He's starting to get lazy. He know the formula. He know the formula is easy. He's going to do it. Not saying that these songs are trash, but there's no umph in these bitches. And I think this album, he got real lazy and just tried to add some shit. It came out at 6. Joe Budden them said what they said. And Joe, if you listen to the whole clip, you non-content taking in ass people, Joe Budden said he liked the damn album. It was a butt to it. But he liked the album. He liked it. Oh, y'all, hey, Joe Budden. He got his ass, man. Joe been hating for a while. This nigga Joe Budden has been the #1 Drake apologist, except for when Drake gets mad at him when he don't like his shit. What the fuck do y'all not understand about this shit, fam? This is the last thing I'll say before I get Mike's opinion. And then we deep dive into this shit real quick. This is to y'all that got friends. If you tell your friend you like some shit 5 times, and your friend be like, yo, thank you. But the 6th time, that same friend do some shit and you be like, I don't know about that. And they get mad, they was never your friend in the first place. We got this podcast, Some Dude. Y'all check this out wherever you listen to your favorite podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We are at 180 episodes. Everybody ain't like every fucking episode. Nigga, 180, but what if you liked every episode, but 181, you be like, and then I get on this podcast talking about some, fuck you. You don't like my shit? I was never your friend to begin with, fam. I was using you for validation.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what y'all got to be aware of, fam. There's people that are really legit, like, stating opinions, and you honoring it, whether you agree with it or not. But then there's people that have you around for validation. To me, the way Drake came off on Joe Budden is he didn't give me the validation that I wanted. Fuck him. And those are the people you got to stay away from. People who only value your validation and not your friendship. If you got people that only do that and they get mad at you the one time that you disagree with them, yeah, man. Don't have people around you that only want you around to validate them. Value friendship, value opinion, value conversation. Because the minute that goes away, the minute that you don't need that motherfucker around you in the first place, iron sharpens iron, steel sharpens steel. And the only way that's going to happen is if you have some friction. But that friction is meant for you to be better. It's not meant for you to get mad. Because as soon as you get mad about that friction, you remove yourself. Now you dull. So stop being around people that just only want you around for validation, G. You stated some opinions about the album, and then you had about 100 fucking comments under your shit.
Well said, Bang. After the album, I didn't get a chance to listen to the album immediately when it came out at 6 a.m. So once I was able to, I think Saturday morning, the album dropped Friday morning. So after Saturday morning, I got a couple listens on it. And I posted on Facebook. I said, I quote, "This is easily," I don't know if I say easily, but this is Drake's worst project. And then, the comments start rolling in. I think I only replied to a couple people, but I got to a point where I was like, I know I'm not replying to anybody on here. I was like, y'all can get y'all shit off. But after a few listens, I got to a point where I said, I'm not going to say the album is necessarily trash, but Drake is at a level where, he gets compared to himself at this point. He's at that point in his career where, we start comparing him to his other shit, comparing him to himself. So when I listened to that album and just off a few listens, it just easily fell on the low tier of Drake albums and possibly the worst. And when I say worst, it's a bad album and I don't like it. There's good moments on it, but there's also a lot of bad moments on it. And it's so much to digest. But when I really look at what Joe Budden said, it was one thing that Joe Budden really hit on, and he said that he needs to get away from the younger artists. Now I agree with that, but it's been documented that this is what Drake has been doing for a long time. When it comes to features, you could go all the way back up until Drake and Migos Versace. Drake has collaborated with other artists who don't sound like him. He's been doing it. Now, this past few albums, he's been including it into his sound, kind of like blending it. His sound with the sound that's popping at that current moment. And I think I think now it's exhausting and it's being forced upon us. So like you said, and I agree with what you said, Bang, you said this is laziness. And when you hear this, it is laziness. It sounds like Drake is literally just, I'm going to put my touch on it, but I'm going to add this in. I'm going to feature this artist on here, and I'm going to appeal to that crowd, and I'm going to appeal to my people as well, my cult following, and I'm just going to blend one song together. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do the ad libs like these guys, but I'm going to incorporate my singing on it, and she tries to make a good record, but it doesn't sound good. It's not good. It's not. It's bad, bro. It's bad. It's really bad. So it's just like, I understand, like, it's cool when Drake does it, when he features on other people's projects and, gives them that good look or whatever. But when he's incorporating it and he's pretty much just like, you can hear the influence from everybody but himself on there, Joe. It's just a lot of influence from everybody else, and he's just incorporating it on his sound, G. And it just doesn't sound good at all. Out of 23 records, we got 21 songs that are actual songs. It's got a couple interludes on there. I can grasp about maybe 10 records or less that I think are decent songs. Decent.
So
go ahead.
I know. I'm kind of. I mean, fuck that shit.
No, I was saying, ask your question. Go ahead.
I was thinking about what I want to say. All right, I got it. All right, y'all. I get it. Some of y'all love Drake, but this is not just an indictment on Drake. This is an indictment on music in general.
Yeah.
And this is what I mean. The one, and I guess I appreciate this now more than ever as I'm 41. I didn't realize how people grew into their artistry until you actually listen to projects back to back.
Mm-hmm.
And the growth within those projects, right? I challenge people to stay away from creating playlists and actually listen to the growth of people, the growth of some of your favorite artists. Go dig in the crates of some of your parents' favorite artists. Look at Jay-Z. You can say what you want about Jay-Z. Jay-Z all in work about clothes and women and all that, yada, yada, yada. Right? Jay-Z in Reasonable Doubt and Jay-Z 444 are totally different people.
Mm-hmm.
Jay-Z in My Lifetime Value 1 and Hard Knock Life Volume 2 are two different people as far as how you listen to them. Jay-Z Dynasty and Jay-Z Blueprint sounds like two different people when you really listen to them. There's growth within that. Listen to R&B. Listen to Anita Baker's first album.
Mm-hmm.
And then go listen to her next album and you hear the growth. Artists don't push themselves to be great in that area. They don't challenge themselves to be great in those areas no more. Just get up in the booth and just do some shit. And for me, so when somebody asks the question, how do you consume, honestly lately, which is the reason why I've been listening to more R&B than anything, because I expect to hear growth in R&B because you can't sing on your first album like you sing on your second album. It's going to notice it. Like, I follow my man Jay Hollins a lot on social. And he like one of the first people that I see in the morning. And he talks about his son, right? And how his son is doing music and everything. And he was talking about how, in one of his Facebook posts, he was talking about how he be telling his son to rap.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt that. I felt that to its core. Here's why. Because when people say they want to do music, when people say they want to rap, the first thing that they come off is just, I just want to go up in the studio and rap. Like, I really just want him to, like, boom, 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 boom.
Mm-hmm.
His son just really wanted to go up in the studio and just spit some bars,
mm-hmm.
or what he thought was bars. But Jay is an artist. So Jay gonna be like, look, you could go up in the studio and you could waste your money to rap. But this is about an art.
Yeah.
And the people who respect the art last more. I'll read this, what he said earlier today. Lack of passion, lack of aggression, lack of struggle. It was the voice of the voiceless. The aggression and the pain was in the music. Now everybody's banging on wax and pushing the pain and aggression at each other. Y'all got to fix it. The biggest consumers are tuning out, and that's on y'all as creatives. It's gotten redundant. Then I'm going to read you what he said an hour later. Scene. People are frustrated with rap music and they're taking it out on Drake. Mm-hmm. Even if that's true, I ain't mad at it. He's at the top of the pops. Why not start there? I personally think grown-ups are tired of other grown-ups rapping about kid shit. Let the shorties have it. Give them something to aspire to and be dope doing it. You can't stand in that space forever. Shit. The shit's 50 years old, and it has to have subgenres. It's embarrassing to see Jim Jones and Mano behave like active gang members, and we're all 48 years old. I think those, when it comes to the debates about Drake, are the two most important things that I think people are missing on. So I'm going to start off at the lack of passion, lack of aggression. I just said it. Not knowing Jay's son at all. But going through Jay's Facebook page, his son was like, yo, I'm a rap. I want to rap. So let me just go to the studio, spend some money at a studio, or go over my homie's crib. They got a mic, and let me rap.
Yeah.
Jay hears his son. He hears his son has talent, but it has to be grown and cultivated. Has to be A&R'd. Jay, who didn't want to really go deep into music again, is like, it's my son. Let's do it. But son, if we gonna do it, we gotta do it right. So his son, who's finishing up a project, is getting it now. Hey, if I'm gonna do this, I gotta listen to my dad. Mm-hmm. And we actually gotta worry about the art and less about me just being able to rap whatever I want.
Absolutely.
Because at the end of the day, that's where the staying power comes in. So you got staying power, and then you got that second joint. Oh my God. It kills me when I hear old niggas do young nigga shit. Yeah. And you know who I blame for this shit? You know I blame for all of this old nigga, young nigga shit? I blame Ron Isley and R. Kelly.
Okay.
I blame them two niggas.
Okay.
Because Ron Isley was old as hell. Sounded like R. Kelly.
Okay.
Because R. Kelly wrote it. And I don't know why I'm getting this call right now. But he was an old nigga rapping about young nigga shit. Mm-hmm. Or singing about young nigga shit. So it was a way to keep himself relevant to a younger audience. Mm-hmm. And that's what it was. That's what it is. Old nigga, young nigga. And that's why I blame them too. I watched Ron Isley at 80 sing and be Mr. Big. All you old niggas see that shit and y'all want to be young and do the Mr. Big shit. And then it's also the issue. So that's why you got old niggas still trying to be the young nigga at the 50-yard line. But then you got young people, or kind of old young people like us, who won't let the shorties have it. Charlamagne had said something about, I think it was Charlamagne that said something about Drake's time is over with. And everybody took offense to it, but I knew exactly what he was talking about. Drake's is always going to be here, but because he's always going to be here, we good. It's time for the Dirks and the Lil Babies and the Baby and 21 Savage. It's daytime. But to your point, what I noticed that Drake does is he latches on to them younger cats. He's a vampire.
Yeah.
Like
and it's one thing, and he's done this very well, and I applaud him for this. He works with the younger artists. He collaborates with them. Shit, he gives them #1 records or big popular records. You know what I'm saying? Gives them that look. But when you try to take what they do, take their style, and you incorporate it into your body of work and try to put it on a full length project, and you imitate it throughout the project, bar wide, whether it's bars, whether it's like the cadence, whether it's hooks, ad libs, whatever it is, and you try to incorporate it into your music, it don't sound good, Drake. It don't sound good. It's like you're almost trying to just throw shit on the wall and see what sticks. It's lack of effort. I don't know if you recorded this album when you were on tour. If you did, it sure does sound like it.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like, yeah, I'm on tour. We got a studio in here. Fuck it. Let's make some music. Call up a few of these unknown artists. You know what I'm saying? Get them in here. Give me one of their producers. What you got, bro? What you got? All right, cool. We're going to use that. I'm going to put this on my album. You know, I'm going to give you the feature. And you know what I'm saying? We're going to just do it like this. It's just lazy, man. So lazy, uninspired. Yeah. And it's just where we at with this, man. It's where we at with this.
And here's why I'll end this shit. I want the challenge, not just the Drakes and stuff, because I don't think Drake will ever listen to this shit, what we saying, because Drake shitted on podcasters all across America with our Best Buy mics. And yes, Drake, I did get this from Best Buy out in Bolingbrook, Illinois. Mm-hmm. The thing is, man, is I want to get back to a point where the greats challenged themselves. I don't think we are at that, and I think it's quite a while till we get a lot of them like that. And I don't want to praise J. Cole and shit on Drake at the same time, but I'm going to praise J. Cole. Because J. Cole's quiet. Mm-hmm. And I think J. Cole be seeing a lot of shit on the internet, both good, both bad, because you can't tell me that he don't be on the internet like that. I just don't think he lets that drive him. But the one thing that I love about J. Cole is that he in and out. Mm-hmm. He might do one interview. He'll figure out who it is and all of that stuff, and get all his thoughts off, and then y'all go listen to the art. Mm-hmm. But I believe that in itself has helped J. Cole grow as an artist. I believe that him being less on social media, or him being less active on social media, has helped him grow into an incredible rapper. J. Cole is in his bag. Mm-hmm. I can't hate on that man. Yeah. I can't say anything differently. That man is in his bag. And I think part of the reason why he's in it, because J. Cole is going to be who J. Cole is. He's not going to let social media or media in general influence anything else outside of that.
Yep. And J. Cole does the same thing. He works with artists like Young Thug. He works with Durk. He works with Yachty. But these guys don't influence his flow. J. Cole ain't trying to sound like them. He not incorporating none of that into his music. You know what I'm saying? That's what separates J. Cole and Drake. But see, Drake has his own thing. He has his own sound, bro. And it works for him.
We and just ain't heard, nah.
And it works for him. But these last few projects, I'm not even gonna say the 21 Savage album with the Hurt Loss. I enjoyed that album. I think it was fun. I think it was something different than what he's done as of recently, and I enjoyed it. But you can hear the 21 influence. You can hear the Young Thug influence all throughout that album. And it was great and good song. He also incorporates his own shit too. He has a song, Middle of the Ocean. That's literally the Drake sound, the Drake formula. So the Drake formula is there, but he has to go back and get straight to the Drake formula all throughout the project, bro. I would love for a whole album produced by Boy Wonder. I would love that. What producer knows Drake better than Boy Wonder? No producer knows Drake better than Boy Wonder.
But see, Mike,
I would love something like that.
Mike, but see, hold on.
And on this album as well, we got songs like 8 a.m. in Charlotte. That's a Drake song.
But now I'm gonna tell you this right now. I think it's Drake and Lil Yachty's fault why a lot of people are mad and upset because Drake and Lil
And Lil Yachty, they so close.
Nah, Drake and Lil Yachty
Lil Yachty
was on. You know, Yachty was talking about how these was the best bars they've ever heard from J. Cole in his life. I mean, not J. Cole, Drake in his life. He was talking about how these was the best bars, and folks was sitting up there like, oh, yes, we about to get Drake rapping now. Yeah, it's lit.
You can't be serious.
Fam, I think a lot of what of the reason why folks are upset, Mike, is because the expectations.
Yeah.
I mean, think
we get an album title for all the dogs.
No, not even with the title. Like
Shit,
I said,
the title drew me. It drew me. That was one of the first things that drew me in.
But Yachty really was out here saying that these was the best bars ever from Drake. So if you are a rapper's rapper and you hear that, and along with being a rapper's rapper, you are a Drake fan, when you hear that, you are expecting bars and you're happy. Mm-hmm. Now let's add this to the fact, Mike, what was the first song name?
Virginia Beach.
So you thought you was about to get a diss song right off?
No. That's what I mean. Obviously, the internet sees Virginia Beach, and he's coming off of Pusha T. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying.
And yeah, you expect that. But
wait a minute.
Go ahead.
If you getting Yachty saying that these was the best bars ever, you get 8 a.m. in Charlotte where he was rapping his ass off. Mm-hmm. And then you look at the track list and the first song is Virginia Beach, where Pusha T and Pharrell are from. You like, yo, you about to start off this album with heat.
Yeah.
And you start off this album with him talking about pussy.
And him coming, oh yeah, true. And he just comes off the Travis Scott feature where he gives Pusha and Pharrell bars on there. So when you see this, you like, all right, part 2.
Oh, we about to get it off the album now. That's how we kicking off the album. Oh my
Absolutely.
God.
The expectations going in, and then you go in and then you hear, but to Drake's defense, the Virginia Beach song, that's one of the songs I do like. And I like it because it's an authentic Drake song. That's Drake. Whether you like him singing or not, that's what he has done. He's made songs like that. That's not influenced by anything. That is strictly Arbery. Now, whether we like it or not, like you said, we expected bars on it, but that song is a Drake song. Should it have been the intro? I don't know. But that right there is a Drake song. So I wasn't surprised. That we got that.
Yeah, but
the first record.
But the expectations.
The expectations, well, obviously, yes. We were expecting bars.
To put a bow on this shit, man, to me, the Drake album was finally having sex with somebody that you've been wanting to have sex with for a while, only to find out that wasn't going to be a good experience. I'm glad I had the sex. I got my roll off. But this could have been better. Because I was expecting so much more. And that's what this album is. A failed sexual experience with somebody that you've been waiting months to get it to get into. He was like, I got my roll off, but
yeah, just wasn't. It wasn't what I expected.
It wasn't what I expected.
It's a good analogy on it, man. At the end of the day, when I to put a bow on it for me, however much time Drake does take off from making music, if he claims that's what he's gonna do. That's all fine and dandy.
Do it.
That's cool. You could do that, bro. I would hope. I'm not gonna expect it, but I would hope when you come back and you decide to make another full-length project that you just go back to just being the authentic Drake. Just do what you have been known to do. Hopefully, we could get more rapping than singing. But if that's what you want to do, that's cool. But at the end of the day, I just want authentic Drake. I don't want to hear Drake influenced by Young Thug. I don't want to hear Drake influenced by Lil Yachty. I don't want to hear Drake influenced by Little Baby. I want to hear authentic OVO, Canada, Drizzy Drake. That's what I want to hear. Whether it's good or bad, I know that you went into the booth and you gave it your 100% authentic self and you made the music that you make and it's not influenced by anybody else.
Mike,
That's what I hope for in the future when it comes to Drake's music. Get back to being you. You can reinvent yourself with yourself. And you don't need none of these younger artists or whatever it is that's trending at the time to spark you. If that's the case, then you need to just hang it up. That's me. That's my opinion. That's how I feel.
I just need Drake to grow.
That's cool. Yes, growth.
That's it.
You can reinvent yourself and you can grow at the same time. Look at Nas, bro. Nas reinvented himself. Nas got one of the best albums of the year. He is 50 years old and he rapping his ass off. Drake, you are 36 years old going on 37, according to Google and Joe Budden. That's what he said. I don't know, but that's what he said. He said his birth date, and you're about to be 37. You can still rap at a very, very, very good high pace and make great ass music, and you're still gonna go number one. You don't need to sound like everybody else to do it. So that's what I got, man.
Yeah, and
at the end of the day, hey, if some of these songs are for all the dogs I like, I'm gonna throw them in a playlist, the ones that I do like, and the rest I won't ever revisit this album in full ever again.
Yeah,
songs
and
I do like, I like them.
And as far as the Joe Budden thing, man, look, I'm the only thing that I gotta say. The only thing that I have to say about that, man, is, and I meant this too, it's okay to have an opinion.
Hey, bro, if you have a platform and you want to speak your opinion on whatever it is that you listen to, whatever it is you watch, whether it's sports, music, movies, TV shows, and you have a platform, you have every right to critique whatever it is you want to critique. You know what I'm saying? But I would hope that you would do it, you know. I hope that you would do it in the sense where, you know what I'm saying, you're not coming off as a hater or anything like that, but you're doing it. I'm trying to find a word. What's the word that I would like to use when you're giving an opinion on something? You know, I don't know.
Unbiased?
Unbiased. You can say that. Give your total unbiased opinion about whatever it is that you intake, whether it's movies, music, TV shows, food, whatever. Give your unbiased opinion, and I would hope that nobody would ever shoot down at you or try to make you feel less than that. You know what I'm saying? Make you feel any less for giving an opinion on something, giving an unbiased opinion on anything that you intake. I would hope that for anybody with a platform. Continue to keep doing what you're doing on your Best Buy bought mic.
With your audience.
With your audience.
Because my audience speaks differently than Joe Budden's audience.
Absolutely.
And Joe Budden's audience speaks differently than Elliot Wilson's audience.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, all of this shit is art.
Yep.
And it's fair to be critiqued.
Yep.
And because of that, I understand that artists are sensitive about their shit, but you ain't got to lash out at somebody because they don't like your shit. All right, man, you got any hot takes before we get out of here?
Hey, man, I got a hot take, bro. If the Dallas Cowboys lose to the Chargers, we're not making the playoffs. That's my hot take. And I'm okay with that. I'll be absolutely okay with that. That's my hot take. Yeah. Other than that, we good though.
My hot take is just because your shit is the most streamed album on Spotify.
Don't make it good.
There you go. End us off, Mike.
Hey, you said it right there, man. Hey, man, Subdue Pod. Make sure you rate. Make sure you like. Make sure you subscribe. Shout out to everybody that's in tune with us right now on YouTube and on Twitch. The What Digital on both of those. You can search us there. We on Twitter. We on IG at Some Dude Pod, at Mike B _CHR, at JR Bang. We on Facebook. Hashtag Some Dude Pod is the Facebook group. Yeah, man. Bang took a tough loss in fantasy this week, G. I looked at that, I said, damn! Like 0.2, 3 points?
That interception.
The Some Dude Pod Fantasy Football League is cracking right now, y'all.
That motherfucking interception. This nigga threw that interception. I said no, and it was my dumb. I ain't gonna say it was my dumb ass fault. Because come on, man, the fucking Denver Broncos defense is terrible as fuck. Everybody out here throwing on their ass. You mean to tell me that this motherfucker Zach Wilson can't? And he got Garrett Wilson and Alan Lazard and Breece Hall and all these people over there, and he can't get his rocks off? Come on, man. I wouldn't even celebrate about that motherfucking win. If I saw the goddamn Bears.
Shout out to Coach Moses. Coach Moses got him.
Shouts out to Coach Moses, because my dumb ass should have just started Trevor Lawrence like I wanted to, but at the last minute I was like, nah, this motherfucker probably get like 2 tutties off this shit, so let's go. And I looked at the score, and at one point this motherfucker had 666, and I said, fuck, that's a wrap. I ain't gonna win this shit. But then before the interception, nigga, I looked at the score change. Before the interception, I was up 0.3 points. He threw that interception, and that motherfucker went the other way. Congratulations, Coach Moses, though.
But hey, man, hey, we signing out. I'm Mike B. That's JR Bang, and we gone, bro.